Thanks for joining me in the Listen Up Girl podcast. I'm your host, Zach Randles-Friedman. I'm excited to bring you the LGBTQ plus news for Friday, December the 26th. Our first story is federal protections for LGBTQ plus workers still stand. Amid rising political hostility, advocates are reminding LGBTQ plus workers that federal employment protections remain firmly in place. Since the Supreme Court's 2020 decision, Bostock versus Clayton County, Title 12 of the Civil Rights Act has protected discrimination based on sexual orientation or gender identity nationwide. That includes hiring, firing, promotions, and workplace treatment. This means LGBTQ plus employees, including trans workers, can still file complaints with Equal Employment Opportunity Commission and pursue claims in federal court regardless of state level or hostile local laws. Legal experts stress that while enforcement matters, the law itself remains a powerful shield. Next, Billy Porter shares emotional health update. Billy Porter has shared a deeply personal update about his health, revealing he spent several months battling sepsis, a serious and potentially life-threatening infection. Porter described the past 4 months as been very challenging, explaining the illness has forced him to step away from performing and focus on recovery. Despite the setback, he reassured fans that he is now on the road to full recovery. Support poured in from fans and fellow artists across the LGBTQ plus community, many praising Porter for his honesty and resilience. For a performer whose career has been defined by strength and visibility, the update was a reminder that vulnerability can also be powerful. And I am wishing Billy Porter a healthy and happy recovery. Next, Project 2025 sets its sights on LGBTQ plus rights. The Heritage Foundation has outlined its anti-LGBTQ plus goals for 2026 under its sweeping Project 2025 agenda. Among the stated targets are same-sex marriage, gender-affirming healthcare, and protections for trans and non-binary people. While often framed as a policy blueprint, critics say Project 2025 functions as a ready-made governing plan for future conservative administrations. Advocates warn the document should be taken seriously, noting that many proposals once dismissed as extreme have already become law in recent years. This is not abstract politics, it's planning. Our next story is FDA scrutiny puts chest binders at risk. Chest binders, a critical gender-affirming tool for many trans and non-binary people, are now facing federal scrutiny. The FDA has sent letters to manufacturers and retailers suggesting binders may violate medical device regulations. While no immediate enforcement actions have been announced, advocates say the move raises serious concerns about access and safety. For many users, binders are essential to mental health, physical safety, and daily functioning. Advocates warn that sudden restrictions could push people towards unsafe alternatives or increase dysphoria and distress. Critics urge that this reflects a broader pattern of using regulatory agencies to police trans bodies. Why would the FDA want to get involved in binders? Let people live the way they want to. Ethics experts alarmed by coverage of trans student athlete. Journalism ethics experts are raising concerns after Outkick reporter focused repeated coverage on a single trans high school volleyball player. The reporter wrote 18 articles, tweeted dozens of times, attended multiple games, and filmed the minor posting footage online. Media watchdogs argue the behavior crosses from reporting into targeted harassment. Advocates warn that this level of attention places a young person at emotional and physical risk, while fueling broader anti-trans narratives. The case has sparked renewed debate about ethical reporting, especially when minors are involved. Our next story is Aetna agrees to cover IVF for same-sex couples. In a landmark settlement, Aetna has agreed to cover fertility treatments, including IVF for same-sex couples nationwide. The agreement follows a class action lawsuit brought by the couples who were once denied coverage routinely provided to heterosexual peers, forcing many to pay tens of thousands of dollars out of pocket to conceive. An estimated 2.8 million LGBTQ plus members will benefit from the settlement. Advocates are calling a major step forward towards reproductive equality, fair access, and family-building care. And our last story is Ohio will soon have its only openly gay LGBTQ plus mayor. Beginning January 1st, Cleveland Heights will make history when Cahill Petrus becomes the only openly LGBTQ mayor in Ohio. A longtime resident of the city and council member, Petrus campaigned on improving infrastructure, city services, economic development, while emphasizing inclusion and transparency in local government. Supporters say his election is both symbolically powerful and practically important, especially in a state where LGBTQ plus people remain underrepresented in public office. Representation doesn't resolve everything, but it changes what feels possible. And that's it for today's news. From pop culture to politics, the message keeps repeating itself. Visibility matters, choices matter, and silence is never neutral. If you think this podcast news will resonate with somebody you know, please be sure to forward it. Also, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the podcast. And thanks for listening. And stay informed, stay loud, and come back later this week for more LGBTQ plus news.